All right, so we're going to learn how to create a new folder on your desktop in Mac OS Catalina. As you can see, that's Catalina Island there, off the coast of California. Here on the desktop, where Catalina is, we notice that there are several folders. There's one, two, three there. Over here, there's five of them. There's also one that's right here that hasn't been named. Whenever you um, create a new folder, you'll notice that you can name it so that you can better organize your folders and files. On this one, we didn't get to name it when we created it. So right now what I'm going to do is create one so you can see how it should have been done. So anywhere on the desktop, as you can see my pointer, you can do two-finger click on your touchpad. If you have a mouse, it's a lot better because then you only have to click on the mouse button. When you do that, you get the context menu here, and it gives you different options. And the first option is to create a new folder. So you want to click on there. Once you click on there, you can start typing because your folder has this selection around the untitled folder number 2 area. You see that? So I'm going to name this Rafa's folder. Okay. Just you can name it anything you want, of course, right? Then I'm going to tap return on my Mac. Once I do that, the folder is ready. If I click away, you'll notice that it doesn't change. But look at this one over here. Remember, we didn't name it, and I didn't show you how to create that folder. But I wanted to just let you know that in case you create a folder and then you forget to name it, all you need to do is go to that folder and do a double finger tap on your touchpad or right click on it, and you can go to rename, click on rename, and start typing. This one will be Rafa's folder number 2, for instance. And once I name it, tap enter or return on your Mac keyboard, and there it is. Now you have 2 folders. So these 2 folders are now on your Mac, and you can move them around, put them anywhere on your desktop. If I want to move it, I click and drag it to a location on the desktop that's desired. If I click on this one too, I can move it somewhere else as well. Okay, that way you can still see Catalina and the buffalo that roam there. But anyway, so what do we do next? Well, let's see. Why don't we work in an app, for instance? Let's open up Notes here. If I open up Notes, I click down there in the toolbar. Once I click on the toolbar, then we can find our notes right up here. It says iCloud. We have a new folder button down here. I'm going to click here on these 3 dots, and then it says new folder and sort by folder. Okay, so, but what if I want to create a new note? It says notes down there. So how do I create a new note? So we look around, and as you can see, there's different types of icons up here. Hide folders, browse attachments, create a new note right here. So what you should do in order for you to get better at anything is always explore, because you get these little screen tips that pop up. You see that? So this one here that has a square with a pencil is the command to create a new note. So I'm going to click on there, and then I can start typing over here. You see the insertion point is there. So my new note is going to be, don't forget to celebrate John's party. Uh-oh, I gotta capitalize John, huh? So John's birthday, or birthday instead, okay, or B-day. Uh-oh, can't type anymore, huh? All right, so there's my new note. So I created a new note, and all I need to do now is probably close this because it's just a notepad deal. So if I click on the close button, right, and I go back to notes, then I have all my notes in there. Okay, if I want to get rid of this note, then I click on it and hit the delete. Now, that app does not save in folders, right? Because it's a notepad that is on the computer here. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to find another program that I can create a file like we normally do with PCs. Then we're going to try to save it into one of these folders that I created here on Rafa's folders. Okay, so let's try that. I'm going to open up a program. Let's see. There's photos, there's numbers, there's messages, FaceTime maps. What else do we have in this computer here? It's not my computer, but let's see if we can find something to use. Maybe pages. Let's see. Now, I don't know where the pages are, but if I wanted to look for an app, remember I can go to this magnifying glass up here, spotlight search. Okay, click on it, and then type pages here. Let's see, pages. And there is an icon for pages right over here, top hit. If I double click it, you see the bouncing icon down here telling you that pages is about to open. Then it opens up in here, opens up this window. But what I'm going to do is look up here in the menu bar, and you'll see that it says pages. So right next to pages is file. So I can go there, click on file, then go to new and click there. So when I do that, it gives you templates that you can choose, and you can choose a blank file for now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that once, double make sure, and then click on create down here in the bottom. When I click on create, I get a blank document. And that blank document, we're going to go ahead and type some information in here. The agenda for John's birthday. Maybe I could do something like that, right? Okay, this is a document, and of course you can edit the document. There's all kinds of editing tools for formatting over here on the right side. Remember, you can select this text, come over here, change the size of the font, right? Come back over here, click, hit tap enter, and change the font back to a smaller. And we can type something in there, like we can go ahead and start typing a number for a list. And let's start with, for instance, let's say number 1. Buy the main dish, and then number 2, get him a present or gift, then tap enter. Number 3, list item will show up, and we can type in something else. Get decorations, okay, and let's capitalize that. All right, so after we do that, then let's go ahead and let's save this. So in order for us to save it, where do we go? Let's look around. Up on the File menu, you can click there, and you can go over to Save. When you click on Save, it gives you an option. First of all, you want to name it. If you look up here on the top of the window, it says Untitled. Let's name this John's Party Agenda. Right, there it is. We can add tags if we want, but we're just going to skip that. Where do we want to put it? So we look around and we can see that there's a desktop option, right? So I can click on desktop right over here. The name's still there as John's Party Agenda. Then I look for the folders that I created in this part of the window. And let's put it into Rafa's folder, the first one there. I'm going to click there, and you'll notice that John's Party Agenda is going to save here in Rafa's folder. So then I'm going to go down to the bottom, and you see the Save button. Let's click on Save, and it's saved, and just like in Windows, it names the file up here in the top, in this title bar, John's Party Agenda. When you're done, you can close this, click on the X, right? And you're back on the desktop, right? Although if you look down here, let's see, where is it? In the bottom here, in the Finder, there's the Finder that's right there that you can go in and search for the folder. If this folder wasn't on the desktop, you can find it in here. But since it's on the desktop, we're just going to open up the folder that I remember I saved it in. So I'm going to double click Rafa's folder here. And guess what? There's John's Party Agenda. So it's saved in there. And how do I know that's Rafa's folder? Because up on the top of the window it says Rafa's folder. Okay, so this file, you can open it up by double clicking. And it opens it up in Pages just like it was created in Pages. Okay, so there it is. We just created a folder or two on the desktop, and we opened up two apps. One was the Notes app, which doesn't save inside of folders, but the other app, which we were able to type out an agenda, which was Pages, and it's down here. And if you look at the control bar down here, you'll notice that, or the toolbar, excuse me, you'll notice that there's a dot. That means that this app is still open. So we probably want to close it, and if we want to close it, we probably have to do a click up on Pages up here in the menu bar and go down to Quit Pages. So that way it closes that, and it's not on while you're working on other stuff. Okay, or working in other programs, that is. All right, so we'll save that video and hopefully that helps. Okay.